The number one plant to eliminate phlegm and mucus from your throat in minutes is taken like this. Do you feel your throat is always clogged with that constant annoyance of phlegm or mucus that just won't go away no matter what? What if I told you there is a simple, naturally powerful plant capable of completely clearing your throat in a few minutes, and that you've probably never heard of it? This information is new. Few doctors know about it, and those who do, usually naturopaths or integrative medicine specialists, charge a fortune for appointments to prescribe this natural secret to you. But today, right here, you will discover everything without paying a thing. This plant was used for centuries by ancient civilizations to cleanse the lungs, treat persistent coughs, and eliminate secretions that choke your breathing. But, like everything that is natural and effective, it was gradually forgotten. Why? Because it doesn't generate profit for the pharmaceutical industry. How many times have you spent money on syrups, lozenges, and sprays that only mask the symptoms? The truth is, many of these products don't treat the cause. They only make you more and more dependent on them. And here's a win you can take away right now. Most people don't know that milk and its derivatives further increase mucus production in the body. That's right. That glass of milk with coffee in the morning or that little piece of cheese before bed could be worsening your condition day after day. Reducing these foods can already make a huge difference in your respiratory health. So, stick with me until the end, because besides revealing what this natural plant is that cleanses the throat in minutes, I'm going to teach you exactly how to prepare and take it the right way for a fast and long-lasting effect. I'm going to give you a powerful recipe that will allow you to take a deep breath again without that phlegm that follows you all day long. And if you are ready to truly take care of your health, then write down here in the comments with a heart, "My life is sacred," and share this video with at least 3 people you love and want to see healthy. Your attitude can save lives. Before I show you how to eliminate mucus and phlegm from your throat in minutes, you need to understand what's behind this problem. And for that, let me tell you something. Imagine an old water tank, like the ones on top of houses. When well maintained, the water comes out clean, odorless, tasteless. But when that tank is neglected, it starts to accumulate dirt, slime, dead leaves, and the water that comes out is cloudy, heavy, and tastes bad. That's exactly what happens inside your body. Mucus is like that dirty water, a clear sign that something is wrong and that there is internal filth that needs to be eliminated. It appears as a defense attempt, but when it accumulates, it becomes a silent poison, affecting your breathing, your voice, your energy, and even your sleep. And the most impressive thing, this doesn't just come from colds or flu. Excess mucus can be caused by inflammatory foods you consume every day, like milk, cheeses, processed meats, white flour, and refined sugar. These are the true saboteurs of your respiratory health. That's why, before taking any action, it's essential to clean that water tank from the inside. And there is a natural plant that almost no one knows about, which does exactly that. It eliminates mucus from the throat and lungs quickly and effectively. And the number one plant to eliminate phlegm and mucus from your throat in minutes is guaco. Do you know this plant? Guaco, also known as Sipo caatinga or erva de cobra, is a medicinal plant native to South America, widely used in folk medicine to treat respiratory problems. And what does guaco do in your body? It acts as a natural expectorant, meaning it thins out that thick, sticky phlegm that gets stuck in your throat and lungs, making it easier to expel through coughing. Furthermore, guaco relaxes the bronchi, improves breathing, and also reduces inflammation in the airways, fighting throat irritation and that feeling of heaviness in the chest. And the best of all, it's a plant that's easy to find and prepare. To make guaco tea, you will need 1 tablespoon of fresh leaves of the plant, or 1 teaspoon of dried leaves, and 1 cup of boiling water. Place the leaves in the water, cover, and let it steep for about 10 minutes. Then just strain it and drink it while still warm. The recommendation is to drink up to 3 cups a day, preferably before meals, to help the body better absorb the active principles of the plant. This tea can be used for a period of up to 30 consecutive days. After that, it is recommended to take a break. The best times to take it are in the morning upon waking, before lunch, and in the early evening. These are the times of day when the body is most receptive and the effect will be most noticeable. It is important to remember that guaco should not be used by pregnant women, women who are breastfeeding, children under 2 years of age, and people with liver problems. In these cases, it is essential to consult a healthcare professional. You can find guaco at farmers markets, health food stores, and compounding pharmacies. Always prefer to buy from trustworthy places with guaranteed provenance and avoid products that don't list the plant's name or the correct species on the label. Before I give you the natural remedy that eliminates every last drop of phlegm from your body, an old, forgotten recipe that really works, I need to warn you about something very important. It's no use taking guaco, following everything to a T, if you keep making some mistakes that literally clog up your body from the inside. If you want to eliminate mucus for good, you need to know this. Now let's get straight to the point. The first mistake is the daily consumption of milk and dairy products. Few people know this, but milk is one of the biggest stimulators of mucus production in the body. It makes secretions thicker, harder to eliminate, and even contributes to inflammation in the respiratory system. If you suffer from constant phlegm, a cough with mucus, or the feeling of your throat always being dirty, milk could be the real culprit. It's not the weather, nor your age, nor a little cold. The second mistake is the excessive use of processed foods. Processed meats, cookies, soda, ready-made seasonings, and frozen industrial foods inflame the body and disrupt the entire defense system. They stimulate the body to produce secretions as a way to expel these toxins, but the result is a congested body, breathing poorly, with a feeling of heaviness and shortness of breath. The third mistake is lack of hydration. Many people forget to drink enough water, and when the body is dehydrated, mucus becomes thicker, stickier, and much harder to eliminate. Drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. This alone helps the body perform a natural internal cleansing. And the fourth mistake is ignoring the power of nature. Some people prefer to take industrialized medicines every day, accumulating side effects and creating dependency, instead of trusting what is natural, tested by generations, and free of chemicals. But you, who have come this far, are already taking a different step, a true step towards your health. And now, grab a pen and paper, because I'm going to teach you the recipe for the phlegm-sweeping syrup, the natural recipe that cleans everything out in a few days. This recipe was used by rural communities in the Brazilian interior, especially by midwives, herbalists, and healers who took care of people's health with what nature provided. For a long time, it was passed down from generation to generation, until it fell into oblivion with the arrival of industrialized medicines. But today it's back in full force, and it might be what will free you from phlegm, cough, and the feeling of a clogged throat. This is the phlegm-sweeping syrup, a natural combination of ingredients that has expectorant, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and mucolytic action, meaning it dissolves mucus, cleanses the respiratory tract, and helps the body expel secretions more easily. Ingredients: 2 tablespoons of pure bee honey, 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, half a teaspoon of powdered ginger or freshly grated ginger, half a teaspoon of turmeric, also known as curcuma, and, if you want to boost it even more, a pinch of freshly ground black pepper. Instructions: in a glass container, mix all the ingredients well until a homogeneous syrup forms. Store it in a glass jar with a lid, preferably a dark one, to preserve it better. How to use: take 1 teaspoon of the syrup 3 times a day. The ideal is to consume it in the morning on an empty stomach, in the afternoon, and before bed. Continue use for 7 to 10 consecutive days, or until you notice that your throat and lungs are free of phlegm. Why does this recipe work? Honey has antibacterial action and soothes the mucous membranes. Lemon helps to cut through the mucus and boost immunity. Ginger warms and dissolves secretions. Turmeric fights inflammation, and black pepper activates the absorption of turmeric by the body. Together, these ingredients clean the body like a true internal sweep. Contraindications. Diabetic people should use honey with caution or substitute it with alcohol-free propolis. Those who are allergic to any of the ingredients, especially pepper or ginger, should avoid it or adapt the recipe with the guidance of a professional. Final tip. For best results, combine this syrup with the guaco tea we taught. This duo is powerful and can completely change the respiratory health of those who have suffered for years with mucus, phlegm, shortness of breath, and chronic cough. So tell me, did you like this content? Was it useful for you? What grade would you give, from 0 to 10, for this lesson on how to eliminate phlegm and mucus from your throat naturally? Also, tell me in the comments which city you are watching this lesson from. This helps me understand how far this message of health, healing, and hope is reaching. If you've made it this far and liked what you learned, leave the phrase, "Health is worth more than money," here below in the comments. Words have power. And when you write that, you commit to your health, to your transformation. Share this video with at least 3 people you love. It could be someone from your family, a neighbor, a friend who suffers from a cough, phlegm, or who is always taking throat medicine. This could be what was missing to transform these people's health. Now, on the final screen, I will leave 2 valuable videos that will deepen this path of natural healing even further. If you want to continue learning and taking care of your body in a simple and true way, make sure to watch them, subscribe to the channel right now, and hit the notification bell. This way, you will be notified whenever a new lesson is posted. Thank you for being here, for trusting in the natural, for believing in healing. A big hug, much health, and may God be with you.